What's up guys, going straight back into the video. Today's video I'm going to talk about a debate on whether or not Devon Lee cheated. This isn't saying whether or not I like the character. I will make an objectifying opinion on whether or not I think Devon cheated to get her spot, or she earned her spot. And granted, I think Devon should be in the Senkai Taikai, but this is just talking about the events. So, let's begin. In case you guys aren't aware, in Season 6, Devon obviously cheated. Well, a lot of people like to say she cheated because of laxatives. Cheated because of the laxatives. She put in Kenny's drink, and he drank it, and basically he got sabotaged. So, she cheated, right? Now, my argument here is, did she cheat? And my answer... And so a lot of people like to say Kenny deserved the spot more because he got sabotaged, and he deserves more because of what Devon did. Now, I understand why Kenny obviously deserves it more, because, granted, they're more powerful. Mike Barnes was in charge of this race. This was going to be a four-way fight, so we know that she did put laxatives in his drink. We just don't know when. I'm assuming it's before, obviously, he took it and was chugging it down pretty heavily. Laxatives heavily. And so she cheated, right? And my answer is no. Not exactly. I don't believe Devon cheated in the way people... Now, I understand why people think she cheated. It wasn't right what she did, obviously, but this is the way I look at it. If that was Cobra Kai, I guarantee everyone, or a lot of people, would be okay with the fact they're Cobra Kai, they're the baddies, it's what they do. But the point I'm trying to get at is, this is what Mike Barnes said. Before I get to what Mike Barnes said, this is similar to how Terry Silver bribed the referee multiple times in the tournament and even in that match in Season 5. The difference between that and this is obviously Silver winning is everything to him, so I don't think it's necessarily the same way. Obviously Silver didn't sabotage anyone in the tournament, but the thing is, Mike Barnes said 2 flags within deep in the forest. Whoever brings them back wins. So that's pretty straightforward. Okay, that's straightforward. So the reason I have these 4 here is they're the candidates who obviously Miguel, Robbie, and Sam Tori who qualified at this point. That's pretty straightforward. And that's fair enough. I mean, that's the rules. It's what he said. But so he just said bring them back. He never specifically stated how to bring the flags back. He just said bring them back. Now, he doesn't clarify whether or not it's fine. We can assume, but more than likely, he did say bring the flags back. Granted, so Hawk and Dimitri says, what if you find 2, find 1 once you fight for it? So one thing I will say is you could argue for Devon that she potentially could have tried to kick some Kenny, Hawk, or Dimitri down while they weren't paying full attention, perhaps when they were running. Or you could say maybe when they have the flag, you could just kick them down and snatch it off them. And that could be an easier way. Also, I want to point out, the way you can actually travel to get these flags, they're anywhere in the woods. So you could just travel in the car or on your bike. Mike didn't specifically state how to get the flags or what way to travel. He just said winning is everything. So, as I just stated, that's that. So, this is a street fight. Anything goes. This isn't a tournament. Obviously, that's anyway, so no referees out there. Not even Mike is judging this. Not even Mike Barnes is judging this one. So this isn't a tournament. This obviously is a street fight. Anything goes. And obviously sabotaging someone can go in a street fight. That's fine. Now, Mike Barnes says winning is everything. So Mike Barnes says winning is everything. Now, of course, Devon could have just spied and followed someone. Or you could have spied and followed someone, or kicked some people down, is what I would have done anyway. Because obviously winning is everything. So, the point here, and the thing is with Devon, is she was distraught at this point because Hawk is the Hawk. Makes sense. Dimitri was more experienced and Kenny was faster. And out of the characters, there's nothing in the rules that Mike states that he doesn't need, that sabotaging isn't within the rules in theory, because otherwise he would have said only win by using karate means. Where if we compare that to how Kreese was in Coyote Creek, Mike Barnes says if they get 2 flags, you get. What happens if you get 2 flags? To be find 2 flags, you fight for it. Compared to what Kreese said in season 2 in Coyote Creek, he says by any means possible. Miguel says, how do we get the flag? The headbands. By any means possible. No rules. And I would say no, Devon's not a cheater. At best, she did fight dirty. Sabotage someone's not cool. It's not a fair way to win. I wouldn't say she necessarily cheated because Mike wasn't very clear on the rules. And Mike said nothing about it. I couldn't find anything to suggest that. She took advantage of the situation. And she needed Kenny out for a little while. She knew that Kenny was going to win if she didn't take the advantage. So she needed Kenny out for a short period. And Kenny, being himself, that was an accident. That wasn't supposed to happen. She needed him out of the way for a short period of time. And that was by accident. Kenny wasn't supposed to poop his pants. If anything, we can blame Bert for the fact he was in the toilet. Now, it just begs the question why Kenny just didn't grab the flag or poop near a tree or something, but the point we're trying to get at is, and I would say it's not cheating. No, if you look at the Senkai Taikai, Dimitri made it, and Devon. If you look at the Senkai Taikai, she seems quite happy that she is glad that she deserved to be there, and Johnny gave her motivation. And then Tori, obviously, she's out, so they replaced Hawk. I just kind of feel sorry for Hawk more than any character, because you think, and I might make another video on this if you guys want to let me know about why Hawk should have naturally just been one of the 5 fighters selected. Now, if you still wanted Tori off commission out, you could say Devon and Kenny, maybe in a point-point system, and because of Johnny, Devon ends up going. That's one way it could have worked, and that's the 6th I would have probably brought. But if you prefer, Kenny is your option. But that is what I think of this theory. Well, she didn't get it in the normal karate fighting traditional means. She did get there in the end. Okay, at worst, cheated, but I just pointed out I don't think it's necessarily cheating. At the absolute worst, you want to give her the benefit out. She played dirty. It was a dirty trick. She did a dirty maneuver. But I wouldn't necessarily call it. But the point I'm trying to get at is it's not cheating. At best, she played dirty. And that's that. I just want to clarify, I think Devon does deserve her spot. Now, obviously, Kenny was not happy with Anthony, but I mean, to be fair, I think Devon will apologize to Kenny. And she might actually do maybe a Mike Barnes situation. You know, karate's back, girl. That'd be pretty interesting. And I feel like that was a missed opportunity for Mike to say something. I feel like kind of funny if Mike said something, but let me know what he would have said. But thank you guys for watching. That is why I think Devon did not cheat in the Senkai Taikai. At best, she played dirty and she did a dirty maneuver. But my argument is that Cobra Kai, you know, Terry Silver, and yet people think it's okay for Terry Silver to cheat and do what he does. But it's not. She's not in Cobra Kai, you know, she's in Miyagi-Do, you know, Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang. She's one of the good guys. But I just want to leave that food for thought. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. And yeah, peace for all.